What's good, people? We're back. We're back. I said we'd do a watch along for one of the two games today, and kind of glad right now that we didn't do the watch along for the Chelsea Bournemouth game because that looked quite miserable to watch. So yeah, we're uh, we'll be watching Everton versus Arsenal instead, and hopefully it's actually somewhat more of a better game than the first one, but interesting lineups. I would say that with Arsenal supporters, they're looking at this team right now. Ooh, I think they'll be feeling a little bit confident now. Definitely, they've got. So I'll just run through their team real quick. So they're starting with Raya in goal. So Ramsdale's gone to the bench. Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, and Benjamin White as a back four. Um, They've got Rice, Vieira, and Erdegaard in their midfield, with Martinelli, Saka, and Nketiah starting up front. So no sign of Havertz, no sign of Ramsdale. Trossard still on the bench. Jesus on the bench. Kai Havertz is on the bench as well. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. I'll go through the Everton team as well real quick. So we've got Pickford in goal. We've got Ashley Young left back, Branthwaite and Tarkovsky with Mikalenko at right back. Interesting, that quite interesting. They usually play opposites. With the fullbacks, Danjuma on left midfield position with Onana and Gay in the centre of the park. Got Dwight McNeil on the right. Decore playing just behind Beto as well. So defensive setup team, two banks of four, and then some tough mother truckers playing in the more attacking position. So it's going to be interesting to watch. Big ups to everybody. Make sure you're smashing a like on the stream. Finally, Arteta drops Havertz. He does make management decisions after all. He does. He's seen the light, Yati. He's seen the light. Jaminho, big ups to you, mate. Good to see you. Everton will win 1-0. Ooh. Not quite feeling that that sort of confidence. 1 point picked up from a possible 15 in our last 5 Goodison visits. We are shambolic at Goodison. Well, there's a first for everything, so maybe this is a break for you. Maybe something changes. Arsenal have started off pinging the ball about a bit, intercepted here. Everton will come away with it. Well cut out there by Declan Rice, stopping the break before it gets too far forwards. Only thing I would be worried about is Everton are a strong team. Will Vieira be pushed off the ball? Big up Jaminho. Yeah, it's an interesting conversation to have, to be honest. It is an interesting conversation. The physicality of this Arsenal team, obviously we know the problems with Saka, potential Achilles injury, having a bit of problems there. Also not really on form. Same thing for Martinelli. Nketiah has got his limitations. It's going to be... There's a lot of questions that I think are going to need to be answered here. It's an early corner for Arsenal, defended by Dwight McNeil. I think Vieira is going to need to show some good physicality. You think Erdegaard, is he going to get the space? Is Vieira going to get in his way? Like a Kai Havertz sort of situation in midfield. I don't know if that's going to be the case. If Erdegaard is going to get some of that space taken away from him. But Declan Rice is going to be important, and I think an important back four to sort of steady the ship a little bit. So a bit of familiarity from last season, shall we say. Corner goes in, defended front post, and it's going to be a throw-in. Yes, you sound a bit worried he'll be pushed about a bit too easily. Depends, really, if they actually press to a man. Arsenal will win 1-0. Kudos. Good to see you, mate. It's been a while. But, I hope you're doing well. So, Tottenham supporter is laid into his prediction that it will be a Arsenal defeat or Arsenal win So that's a bit of a change. Usually it's the Tottenham lot are rooting for an Arsenal defeat. Everton, my second team, so come on, please. Big ups, mate. Big ups to Kudos. Living in the world down under, so it's definitely not quite daylight hours where he is. Big ups to him. Long ball there, cleared out by Pickford, but straight to David Raya. Taking things easy as he goes. But yeah, no time or anything like that. Got a little score bit scrolling across the bottom there. I decided to go with not doing the live scores thing because where I'm watching the media on my PC is delayed, whereas the flash score update things are practically live. So it would show you that a goal's been scored like minutes before I even see anything. So not great. So yeah, can't catch streams regularly because time zones are messed up. You do what you can, Kudos, and the fact that you're even here at all is massive shout outs to you, mate. No timer, what the fuck, we've been robbed. I know. I swear it was someone on your channel as well when you were doing a Forest Watch Along, with just like, you got to go and put a timer on the screen, got to upgrade your stream, man. I'm like, I mean, I'd like to see what it is that people actually do to get the scores and everything actually on their like the scores, timer, all of that stuff onto a stream setup. So if anybody knows how to do that, then do be sure to give me a shout. Give me a shout. We should repent, I mean revolt. Oh my days. Well, Martinez just played a pass under no pressure to Zinchenko, and he's completely missed it. It's going to be an Everton throw-in. Okay. Just point your watch at the camera. That's, wow. If I connected a media and then used a media like plugin or something and to connect a stopwatch timer to it, then that's possible that it could work that way. That is genuinely possible. Do you know what? Um, I want to see if I can start the stopwatch, because then I can share the screen on a Chrome tab. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to. You want the countdown on CSM Street doing the countdown. Tell you what, I would like to also have is instead of that 30-second timer, is to have my own intro thing, my intro countdown timer thing. Because hearing that annoying that's annoying. It's so annoying. Just have a custom intro thing. Maybe I'll get in touch with Connor about that. Maybe see if I can create me something. Oh, Arsenal, they won the ball in an advanced position. Through ball to Saka, but well scouted by Branthwaite. Going to be another corner. 8 minutes in. It's well one there, but I believe was that Declan Rice or was that Ben White? Can't see. It's too low res. It's too low res. Afternoon, Mama Flossie. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Corner went in at all my days. Is that Martinelli? Martinelli got the ball trapped under his feet. Did a Kai Havertz there. He actually did a Kai Havertz. But Everton defender just booted it out for a corner kick anyways. Got away with one there. Shot from distance there from Fabio Vieira, but that has gone very far high and wide. Not going to challenge anybody there. Do you know what? If you want to use a timer, I went live 2 minutes and 30 seconds before kickoff. 2 minutes and 30 seconds exactly before my timer on my stream kickoff. So it will be interesting to see how Arsenal come into the North London derby. You know what? That's going to be one of the most intriguing North London derbies we have seen for quite a while, because it's all seemingly very feel good in the Tottenham camp. Got Arsenal that they'll back themselves to win any North London derby at any point, and it's going to be an intriguing battle, because it's either a case of Arsenal, they overcome the odds and they stick a spanner into the Big Ange machine. Oh, that's a loose pass again. Don't know what on earth the referee's seeing there. But then again, Ange Ball might actually outclass Arteta and overcomplicate things, and you never know. You never know. There's all to play for, I think. I still think we'll lose. I mean, it's one of those, you just ride the wave until it crashes. We've got to lose at some point. You will lose at some point, but I think it's just one of those games as they come. It's like, will we lose here? Will we not lose here? I think there's various points in the season where it's like, yeah, no, we'll definitely lose here. As good as we might be. It's just dependent on what Tottenham Hotspur shows up. Really, really depends on what kind of Tottenham Hotspur shows up. So about in the 12th minute right now. Ooh. Nketiah late physical onto Pickford as he's played the clearance, but it's going to be a foul to Jordan Pickford. Foul for Everton. Deflected past Branthwaite, played it back to the goalkeeper whilst the goalkeeper was being pressured. Just a collision at the end of the day. I don't know why my mobile flash score app is telling me that the Bournemouth Chelsea game is currently 90th minute plus 55. My brother. The game is not active. Domino's is recommending me a pizza. Sorry, son. Not today. It will be a tougher game for Arsenal than last year, that's for sure. Yeah, it will. It will definitely be, because, I mean, Arsenal, one thing is Arsenal are not as good as they were last year, by any means. And Tottenham are better than they were last year. So the gap that there was before is going to be much, much closer now. way closer now. So that's where, to me, I'll find it quite intriguing. I don't believe there's going to be a lot of Arsenal fans that will rate Tottenham whatsoever, so they'll just completely write it off as a free victory for Arsenal. I think that's probably going to be a bit of a come back to bite you in the arse kind of thing. Yeah, it's going to be it is going to be an interesting game. Hey, Mama Flossie, big up. You got stream link. I can drop you said stream link. Yeti, that's no probs at all. Let me just find you on the gram. There. Bite you in the arse. No, yeah. 100%. And still, my desktop Instagram page does not show me group chats. Lovely. Technology is a wonderful thing when it works. Saka's just not makes Mikalenko. Was that Mikalenko? Number 19, but Jesus Christ, Odegaard followed by 3 players there, so doing a good defensive job by the looks of it. Staying alert to danger. That was a bit silly. Late from Decore. Very late from Decore. A loose ball, not quickly retrieved. Offside for Arsenal. That's one thing that it's probably the biggest change for me about Arsenal performances from last season to this season is that last season you saw a consistency to an intensity, to a level. This season I feel like you see intensity, but it's in very short moments in the game, and then the rest of it is just a bit sluggish. Oh, there's a shot. No, headed back to David Raya. I'm just going to bring Yeti in here.
Afternoon.
How we doing, mate?
All right, mate. How are you?
Oh, I'm not doing too bad.
Good.
Better than how I was feeling yesterday. It's never a nice thing. It's like you get a bit of a headache. Thought I was coming down with something, and then you see the final score for your team's game and see you've just been battered by a small coastal town. It's never a nice thing. It's literally just battered by the seagulls. It's like when Hugh Wizzy went on a rant and started going through the whole animal kingdom of all the teams that had slapped up Arsenal. I think that's in the Unai Emery season as well. Was it a Unai Emery season? Or
well, they have a lot of pride in Brighton, you know.
Seagulls shitting everywhere. Feed them laxatives. I'll tell you what, you might as well have said that we were the seagulls and we've got fed laxatives by Brighton because we were shitting it everywhere. Can't stand Mikel Arteta. I think he's a very average manager as well. Manager, absolutely woeful. Woeful man manager, Mikel Arteta. But I think there's.
Well, he's actually made decisions today, which is weird. You know, he don't normally do that, does he?
Peer pressure, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've got a feeling Havertz is going to score today. I think I might be coming down with something as well.
What, having that opinion on Kai Havertz?
Yeah.
Thinking Kai Havertz going to score. Another loose pass from Arsenal.
I don't know why. Did you see Chelsea Bournemouth?
No, actually. I was going to watch it on the TV downstairs, but the funny thing is that the weather was so woeful over here. Literally, it had the weather outside. It was probably darker out there, like 2 p.m. than it was at like 5 p.m. and at the peak end of December or something, and it's
Yeah.
an overcast day. Like, it was ridiculous, the weather over here, and all of the channels, all of them, wouldn't work because there was no good enough signal from a satellite dish.
All right. Okay. Well,
No
that's not
channels were
good.
working at all. So I was like, well, nah, can't be asked. To be honest, though, in hindsight, kind of glad I didn't watch it because
Mm.
it's just 98 minutes of Chelsea trying to score, not being able to score, and Bournemouth not taking chances.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, it
Pretty much.
maybe not the most ball draw thing ever, but
Mm.
there's a chance here for Arsenal. It's 1-0. 1-0 to Arsenal. It's Martinelli. I think everyone just sort of stopped there. Everyone
You're well
stopped
in front
playing.
of me.
I'm on Bing Sport about 19 minutes now.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm on 1845, I think.
I don't know what happened there. It's like
I'm on
going from
Sky as well. That's a terrible goal to give away that.
they're all thinking that Nketiah was offside there.
Mm.
I don't think he was. I think he's on the line. I'll probably get a VAR check on it. But literally,
I can
two
Bing me
players had
quicker than
stopped.
Sky. That is mental, innit? We're trying to start it up again. I'm done with Bing, mate. Bing's going on my nerves. It just keeps buffering all the time. Doing me nothing. And then when you tell them, they give you attitude back. And it's like, no, you're not doing that. Right, so.
There's
Different game
VARing
No.
a goal. I'm just checking it.
Arsenal will win a VAR. Did you see that one for Brentford and Newcastle? When they VAR'd
No.
that goal? That was ridiculous. That goal there. There's no way on the planet Callum Wilson was backing into him to knock him over like that. There's no, he just dropped on the floor.
I've seen the offside. It's offside, but the reason being is that the Everton player is straight, but Nketiah's foot is trailing.
What's his sexuality got to do with it?
But it's ruled out for offside. The goal's been ruled out for offside, literally, because Nketiah's leg is dragging behind him, and that's the reason why he's offside. So he's not even facing the right way, but he's come from an offside position because his leg is late.
Offside.
He's dragging his feet. Kudos says, I use Total Sportec.
I've tried that one. That one goes off for me all the time as well. Probably my connection, to be honest.
I suppose it's just one of those things, isn't it, with streaming services. Like, you're never going to get this premium coverage. I mean, I'm
on 2103 now.
I'm on 2130 now.
Oh my days. Alright, I'll go to Bing Sport.
I haven't had any bufferings yet. Literally, it buffered as I was loading into it, but since then I've not had one buffering. Quite consistent. So we're doing okay.
Let's have a look. Let's check Bing Sport.
And Martinelli's gone down.
Has he?
Could be about to come up here.
Bing Sport says 18 minutes. You got a TARDIS or something? All right. Right, on Bing Sports, I'm on 22:20. Is that right with you? Or am I in front of you now?
What time?
20. Hold up. Just messed it up. 22:20.
22:35.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit in front of you now. Haha.
No, I'm still ahead of you, I think. You said 22, I said 22, but I was like 10 seconds ahead.
22:50, just.
22:50, yeah. Same.
Yeah, cool. We're about the same now. Oh, I ain't logged in. Oh, I'm getting kicked out already.
Oh, no.
No, don't kick me out.
I think Martinelli. Is he going to come off Martinelli? going to come off. Yeah, he's coming off. Trossard's coming on.
That's a bad end for them if it's a bad injury.
Tell you what, he scored the goal that was ruled out offside, but now he's got ruled out and now he's got an injury. Not a nice way to end your afternoon.
No.
But surprised with that. Surprised, Trossard, someone that Mikel Arteta seemingly hates.
Well, yeah. I think he's just measuring up who is the ones to pick at the end, which is what you normally do, isn't it, really?
You
have to measure up who the ones are to pick. Like, I mean, I'll be honest, mate. If I was Ten Hag, he probably won't be allowed to do this. If I was Ten Hag, I'd just pick kids and tell all them big arse Larrys to just sit down.
Well, to be honest, at least you'll get a bit of fight because the kids will want to prove something, whereas all of these other guys just don't care anymore. And I think it's become apparent that no one else at the club above them, like all of their bosses, the people that write their checks, all of that stuff, they don't care. So it's like everyone else, like, well, okay, you don't care, so I don't care.
Yeah, it's like you said earlier. It's the fans in it that suffer.
Yeah, it's like we're just like we're patrons, right? We pay to support this club and pay to watch it, pay to see it, pay to support it. But it's like they just don't care. It's like as long as we pay, just be mindlessly following and supporting the team, then they'll continue to fleece us. And I think that's probably just a case in point with the modern game. That clubs know that people just don't really care about what happens with the team themselves as long as they get to watch it. It's like when people say, like, if you of protesters stop a game or something, people come out and say, oh, that's really cruel of you. How dare you take away my right to go watch the team? And like, but you probably won't have a team if the same people that you keep going every week to support keep pushing you further and further away from where you need to be, from where you should be going.
Yeah. But fans are diehard, though, aren't they? That's the problem. Yeah. And they know that fans are diehard, so they know they're always going to keep turning up. That's how they get you, really.
Like they pull on the heartstrings, and it's just like, oh, we know factually that there's that many fans that can't.
Oh.
Yeah, crossover there. Ben White took it away from Odegaard there.
Yeah, Arsenal all over this, though, aren't
they? Well, they've got the ball in the good areas. It's just making use of it. It's like against United. Like they didn't have many chances in their first half, but they got the ball into good areas. Didn't shoot when they needed to. Didn't make the right killer pass at the right time. It took for the game to really stretch and be open for them to actually get in. But I think Everton, they're just trying to be stubborn, compact defensively. They've not really offered anything going the other way.
That was a bit silly. Oh, that was crazy. That was Pickford. That's the last thing you want to be doing against Arsenal, isn't it? Just kicking it out to that point and letting them have it.
Well, succumbing to their high press.
Yeah, well, Vieira has actually done more than Havertz has done all season so far.
Yeah, I mean, at least when he shot,
and that just means moving. Moving.
When he shot the ball on his right foot, it went sky high, but at least he connected the foot with the ball. Whereas Kai Havertz likes to completely kick air,
Yeah.
Forget missing the target, it just misses the ball every time.
He should be sponsored by Nike.
Should be sponsored by an airliner.
He's not in his place. So if they get it back now, that's good. That's bad pass just at the end.
Tell you what, Kai Havertz should be sponsored by an airliner because at least everything he kicks goes flying. Arsenal keeping on the pressure.
Just the one pass that's letting Arsenal down here.
Mm.
This is good. Bebeto. I like this Beto guy, actually.
Mm.
I think he's got a lot to offer. He's been done there. That was good defending by Saliba, that was.
Beto looks very, very leggy. It's like with Erling Haaland, when they've got the ball at their feet, it's like they're well renowned for their striking ability and just how ridiculously accurate their shooting is in so many different situations. I think, but the downsides to his game is that when he has the ball, he looks very clumsy with it.
Yeah.
Like his dribbling is very clumsy. I think Beto is probably the same sort of player. Like look at him when he's running right now, very, very long strides. So no real close ball control. Cross goes in. Raya claims it. So far, no howling errors from a goalkeeper.
No. Yeah, that's it. So all you have to do as the defender, innit? If you're running towards the ball and all you get a touch on the back and that's it, just go down.
Yeah.
You're always going to get the... I still don't understand why strikers put an hand out in that respect. It's like, don't touch him at all.
Yeah.
I don't think they're very bright, are they, footballers?
Oh, no. I mean, prime example is Wayne Rooney, isn't it?
Although, what a player. What a player back then.
Sometimes you can be as thick as pig shit, but you can have the touch of God with,
with
the ball at your feet.
His finishing was immense. He was such a good finisher.
So many times in the pit on the pitch where it's just like no confidence problems. He's like, fuck this. It's like a time when he was arguing with the ref non-stop and he's just like, the ball comes to him and he's just like, I'm so fucking pissed off. I'm just going to absolutely smash the granny out of this ball. And he's like 30, 40 yards out and it goes in.
Oh! I don't know whether that was or not.
I think it's just using his body there. Trying to draw a foul.
I thought so as well. Oh, they've messed up again. Arsenal are making some right mistakes.
Trossard.
Off his head. Oh, saved. Playing all right now, Everton.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. Everton, stay consistent with it.
Yeah, it's not a penalty, that. Oh, that's a free kick.
Mr. Bean, funny. A wazza. It's like what is it? Wayne's tweets. But it's just like messaging Rio Ferdinand by just posting on Twitter. It's like, do you want picking up, mate? Imagine that if you're just casually, a famous person's just sticking out a message, not directed or pinging anybody, just out there. Do you want picking up, mate? It's just like, who are you talking to?
You know that London mayor, Sadiq Khan.
Yeah.
He actually looks like if you bought Mr. B on Wish. Mr. Bean on Wish. Mr. B. He's seen him. He actually looks like a second-hand Mr. Bean. He's as bright as one as well, from what I keep hearing.
Sounds a bit.
So who you got next then?
Well, Bayern Munich away midweek on Wednesday. That's going to be a cry-along stream there. On, I think it's Saturday or Sunday. I think it's Saturday. I think we've got Burnley away in the league.
We've got them tomorrow at City Ground.
Mr. B on Wish. Oh, Jesus, I'd love to see what the Wish version of that club is.
Yeah, I meant Mr. Bean. Mr. B. Oh, man.
Yeah, I think it's just a going through the motions kind of game for Arsenal.
They're just basically they're getting pressed that much that they're all of a sudden making a mistake, and then Everton are like going for it then.
Mm.
Which is how you'd play Arsenal, really. You've got to sort of press them and make them make mistakes.
No, I mean, this is the stats thus far that Arsenal have got nearly 80% possession apparently with only 2 shots, just 2 attempts in general. And it's like all that possession, but what are you doing with it?
Yeah. There's no point in it, is there? That's why I don't understand people that when you've lost a game, they'll go on about the fact, yeah, but we had 90% possession. It's like, well,
Doesn't
yeah,
mean
that's
anything.
pointless.
Wasn't it West
Nothing,
Ham?
does it?
West Ham that beat Brighton on like 20 possession themselves, 20%, and that was like a 3. Was it 3-1 or 4-1 that
Exactly. It's
game?
what you do with it. It's what you do with it. What counts. It's not well how much of it you've got. If you have 90% possession and you don't win a game, there's something really wrong with what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's an interesting game, though. It's very sort of like, what's going on with him now? Oh no, I'm gonna have to bring Havertz on.
He's crying. He's been shot by a sniper. That's what happened.
What happened? Oh come on! What? Lad, come on, lad. You can take that, can't you? It's only a little bit of elbow.
He doesn't want to show the world that his pretty top gooners would be absolutely seething with that. It's like,
oh yeah, they would, wouldn't they?
You bruised Vieira's face. How dare you? Now how would I get off to a picture of him in the shower? Yeah, well, Everton are pushing their team higher up the pitch now.
What would you say about Raya so far? That's it. See, the thing is, Arsenal are still trying to do that thing where they just go down and think and just stay down, thinking they should get free kicks all the time. Stop it and play your game and beat teams the way you play your game.
Show a bit of physicality, a bit of balls about you. Like
that did
get
look
stuck in.
It did look a bit. I don't know. He's not touched him though, has he?
It's one of those things. It's when the ball's gone, any form of contact, that player's going down like they've been shot. So, I mean,
but you can't help it, can you? If you're running at somebody to tackle, what are you supposed to do? Chop your legs off before you get to them so you don't hit them.
It's Mikalenko as well. I swear Mikalenko. Was it Mikalenko? No, it was Neil Mopai.
He's Ukrainian, isn't he? So he'll be crying in a minute.
And Zinchenko will come across and join them.
Yeah,
they'll just start hugging it out. Start hugging it out on the pitch.
Need to hug Mudryk because he needs some help, mate. He's terrible, he is.
Ty has a board in his room with all the refereeing indiscretions against Arsenal, with them all linked up to rubber bands. That Vieira challenge is going to be on the board.
Oh man, yeah.
Mate, Neil Mopai, if this stays 1-0, Neil Mopai comes on and scores. I want to see that Thai fan cam. I want to see just how badly he wants Everton to get relegated. I swear down.
Yeah, he don't play for Everton anymore.
Maybe not.
He's at Brentford, isn't he? You don't know ball. You don't know ball. You don't.
What, Neil Mopai?
He signed for Brentford. I don't know if he's on loan, but he went back to Brentford. That's where he started off, isn't it? Yeah, he has, yeah. He was on the bench last night. I don't know. I don't think he came on. I can't remember.
Okay then.
Mm.
That was a very random transfer. That's a weird one, Neil Mopai. It's not really that good of a player, but he's gonna go on this journeyman career where he goes around literally every
Yeah.
club in the Premier League.
He was amazing for Brentford at first because I mean I always said Forest should have gone for him at some point, but I said that about Tony as well, but we didn't do that either. But yeah, he's gone back to Brentford because he's not doing a great deal anywhere else. Basically, all Everton are doing is smacking it from everywhere. Here's Vieira.
Doing a United or a Marcus Rashford anywhere on the pitch. I'll just hit the ball, mate. You'll go somewhere.
That's a good pass from Vieira to Saka. So Saka, you letting him on his left hand foot? His left hand foot. I mean, you letting him on his left foot. Can't let Saka on his left foot. We learnt that lesson.
Hmm.
Although we shouldn't know. Ben White got it. Am I in front of you now?
Probably literally 2 seconds. As you say something, I'm just seeing it.
Yeah.
But that's all right. That's fine.
It's hard to actually get it. It's worse when it's on like the illegal streams because then you're always behind or in front.
Yeah, that was woeful.
Arsenal aren't quite there yet. That got them 93% of being top of the league last season. They're just not quite there.
Well, that's what when you were literally just joining a stream, I was talking about the Arsenal intensity and performances. Last season, their intensity was very high and very consistent throughout most of the game. If there was any sort of a drop off in intensity, it was very small moments in a game, but then Arsenal were back on top again. There's no real consistent intensity about this team. It's like 1 or 2 moments in the game, and that's it.
That's right. Yeah, they started off like really going for you, didn't they? For like the first 20 minutes, because you had to weather that storm basically. And if you couldn't, then you was in trouble. But if you did, then they'd run out of ideas. I think Arteta's trying something different. He's trying to get a more conservative sort of team going, if you know what I mean. That's what it looks like to me anyway, because they don't just hit you right from the start anymore.
No.
But when they did that, there was top of the league.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you wouldn't still do that, to be fair, but
so one of those things, isn't it? It's not, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, 100%. I think. No, I don't think he forgot to shoot. Watch the dive.
Trossard, a good ball. No, nothing come of it.
Rice has been a good one for him. I thought it would be anyway. He's everywhere. He's all over the place, isn't he?
Yeah, defensive cover as well. He's just doing what sort of a job like Thomas Partey would be doing if he was playing. He's doing a good job of it.
That's a big miss, isn't it? That is for them.
Yeah, very imperative for Arsenal to having Declan Rice there because it keeps them from losing them.
Wow.
Bit wasteful there.
Letting Arsenal play a bit too much now. They're going to get it right eventually. They're going to get that pass right eventually.
He was wasting away at right back anyway. About Thomas Partey.
Oh yeah, he was absolutely ridiculous. Probably one of the main reasons he's got injury, to be honest. Why he's never a right back.
Yeah, that was a bit baffling. I mean, it's like if you want to do a comparison to anything like that, is when Pep took John Stones and on team sheets with the back four, he's starting
Mm.
at right back, but he moves into midfield and
Oh,
comes more
that's a
centrally.
beautiful pass. That is
Yeah,
terrible
cut
afterwards.
back.
So
Yeah,
not good afterwards. Beto,
good
Beto.
physicality.
Oh, he's
Running
going
with it,
for it there.
Zinchenko. Yeah.
Beautiful pass that was from Zinco.
Hmm.
He started crying as soon as he did it because it was that good.
Godspeed, my beautiful assist.
Oh, Pickford, you don't often make some crazy decisions when you're kicking the ball up.
Not David De Gea.
Mm.
It makes the same sort of decisions, you know. His
Yeah,
execution of
he just
passing is not that great, but
panics.
hmm. Sean Dyche just saying that. Yeah, be relaxed with the ball and don't mess around with it too much.
Yeah, if you're not that ball player like Onana is, you know what I mean.
Hmm.
I mean, I know he can make some mistakes at times, but I mean
Yeah.
anybody can make mistakes. But you can tell how comfortable he is with the ball, same as Edison.
Like, man was standing outside the box with Eddie and Ketia standing right next to
Mm.
him, and he's got the ball at his feet, and it's like, well, you can't pick it up, so it's like, yeah, if he fucks it up, then it's a goal from that
Mm.
position. But Onana just doesn't care. He'll just sit there
No,
with the ball at his feet. It's just like, yeah, what you gonna do about it? You just go.
exactly. Yeah, he's a good one. One or two that you bought are good ones, I think. I like Lissandro Martinez. I like Varane as well,
Hmm.
and Casemiro when he's on it, and Oiland. I like Oiland. I think if he can get the right kind of distribution, I think he can score. A lot of goals for you. To be honest, from what I've seen so
Hmm.
far.
Well, he scored an well, as an offside goal. Apparently, the ball went out of play, but a lot of people are saying it's
Oh,
another dispute. Oh, bit lucky there. Um, yeah, this whole
every time
dispute
anyone
about
shoots, no, they shout handball.
what is it when Luis Suarez struck the
Anytime anybody blocks a blocks a shot, everyone shouts handball in the crowd.
better yet, it's when Luis Suarez
Mm.
let fly on a ball and the goalkeeper picks the ball up and he's screaming handball to the ref. It's handball, ref, handball. Louis, he's a goalkeeper in a box. He can do that.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? I think that shows what their intelligence levels is, doesn't it, players? That's why they
Yeah,
have agents, because otherwise they'd probably sign for a pound. They'd probably
yeah.
sign for a Froggo.
Fredo.
A Fredo,
Fredo.
that's it, yeah. Froggo.
Oh, he is a frog, so
Yeah, that's what made me say Froggo.
I predicted the Man U Brighton result spot on. I'm proud of myself. Good for you, mate. I predicted a 2-0 to Brighton, so I mean,
Why are
not
they just?
scoreline,
Why
but
is Arsenal just going down all the time?
don't know. It's in the contracts. How good is
Must
your
be.
How good is your diving? Can you swan dive? They use Vinay's sofa mattresses as practice for their diving, just to sort of avoid injury when they go down.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, he hadn't done that on. Oh my days, he's dead. He's dead. He's killed him. He's killed him. It was like Platoon. That was like Platoon when Elias gets shot. Jeez.
Is this referee David Coote? Is this Coote?
No, Coots was on the game before the Chelsea game. This is it? Is It's not Lee Mace. Is it Carson or something?
Hooper.
It's Carson. He's a terrible ref. We had him in Championship. So why he's a Premier League ref now? I have no idea. He's the one that when there's a decision, he didn't know which way to go, so he asked his linesman.
He's a bit screwed when the linesman's just like, I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Oh, Vieira doing some good stuff. Nice ball in, but it's no good.
Who cares? They all Dutch.
Right, they're pressuring them like crazy. Good tactic, to be honest.
All
And he's
refs
got all
are
the
Dutch,
team with the right mentality as well. Because you've got to have both things.
Yeah.
Saka's not enjoying this game, I don't think. It's kicking the shit out of him.
Well, it's half time anyway, so 0-0 at half time. A ruled out goal for offside for Martinelli and then got injured literally a couple of minutes later. And that's all she wrote for the first half. If you're an Arsenal fan, I think you're a little bit concerned with that performance. You can see where Everton.
I agree.
You can see where Everton are going to get these big chances. But if you're not taking your chances or you're not creating your chances, where's your goals going to come from on that team?
Yeah. They've always struggled with a Dyche team, though, haven't they? I think they struggle with Burnley and stuff like that as well.
I mean, Sean Dyche's first game for Everton was against Arsenal last season. Yeah. They won that game.
They won, didn't they?
The Goodison curse may strike again. Could do. It could happen.
Maybe that's in their heads.
Yeah,
maybe that that curse gets in your heads and you just start making mistakes and stuff, don't you?
Yeah. I think the problem's probably going to be what happens for Arsenal if they get to a point where they start making changes. Because looking at the sort of fitness level, I think Saka looks like he's walking around and playing injured. I don't know if we're going to see him potentially get subbed off in this game. Probably not, because it's like Rashford syndrome with managers. Like the guy who's playing with an injury with a stress fracture, but Ollie kept playing him regardless, so he's just absolutely woeful. And Saka's at that same sort of risk, he's going to start. He's already got the injury concern. It's now what's going to happen if you cross that line, if you actually pick up the injury, and now your minutes are gone, and your element of your team and your attacking department's gone.
Kudos has got the team talk ready. Be the anal bead, guys.
Can do it, guys. Be the anal beads, guys. At half time, we'll put the fire in their bellies. Yes.
I love that. That's awesome.
It's time we fuck them the second half.
At least he's actually sort of this time, whether it's contractual or whatever it is, at least this time he's actually put a team out. I mean, let's face it, probably Havertz is going to come on at some point, isn't he? I mean, could be the difference. It could be the difference.
I mean, the starting 11's probably per request of the car saleswoman in China.
That is crazy, isn't it? What a dickhead. I mean, everybody knew the dickhead, though, didn't they?
I mean, the guy is oh my God, it's like the pictures you see of Vinay just sat there with that weird geeky smile on his face. You're just like, God, I know you are so bad at your job. I don't need to look at your track record. I just know it.
if you watch that thing on Amazon, every time you see him, he's just sat there, or he goes, "Do you want a coffee?" That's all he does. He just sat there going, "Yeah." He's like Churchill. He's like the Churchill's dog. Oh yeah.
I'll tell you where he would fit in. He would literally fit in so perfectly, right? And it's into the cast of The Office. He'd fit perfectly into that.
He would, definitely. What he did as well. I mean, I don't know the full story of it, but apparently he got took in completely, didn't he, by somebody, some
Took in.
woman or something, took him in altogether, and did they rip him off or something? What happened?
I don't know. Was it the car saleswoman?
I think it
It was
was.
because
Yeah.
it was a real company, but there was someone
Mm,
who was representing that company to do a sponsorship deal, but
right.
that like things were going through and everything until the car company themselves, can't remember what the name of it was, came out and said,
Mm.
"What the hell? This woman doesn't work for us. She doesn't represent us. What's going on? Why are we doing a deal with Arsenal Football Club? What's this all about?" So she ended up
Oh my
getting
days.
done. She got done in her country
Right.
for fraudulent activity, fraudulent business, and I think is now serving jail time. Meanwhile, Vinay sat there red faced, like, well, my sponsorship deal's now serving prison time because of fraudulent deal, and the Great Arsenal Football Club
That's
almost
mate.
got scammed.
What is going on, man? I mean, what kind of clans have they got there? Surely you do like a background check and all that kind of stuff. Mind talking about background checks, Ireland supposedly, this really bad. Did they make that up or something? Because he looked all right yesterday. He's a very physical player as well. He plays very
Yeah,
physical.
yeah. Ten Hag did say stuff about this in the post match comments when someone asked
Hmm.
him about the booze of him taking Holland off. He was just like, "Oh, that is a good thing. We like to see this. We like to hear this. It means they want this player. They want to see this player. They want to see him succeed. And
That
we
gave
we
you
had to take
nothing as
him
soon
off."
as you took him off.
Yeah, we
I mean,
took
you
him off,
didn't have
and
much before, but it gave that totally made a difference.
well, yeah, we took him off, and Ten Hag said, "Look, it's to do with like we needed to manage his minutes, but he
Mm.
played 2 games for Denmark for 2 weeks,
I didn't see any.
full
I didn't
training and
see
everything."
anything with him. I mean, I can remember one. I can't remember who it was now. One of your players walked over and like was congratulating him when he scored. I think, and he like grabbed his back, and I thought, "Oh, but he loves you, mate." If he has actually got that issue, and you're there like grabbing his back and rugby tackling him, I bet he loves that.
That's the bit to be concerned about is when if Hannibal Mabry he scored that goal, and whilst he's celebrating, Gordon comes up behind him and is just like grabbing his hair.
Mm, mm,
When that hair grabbing starts,
mm.
it was like LVG with Marwan Fellaini when he got found by having his hair pulled. And it's like sex machism in
Yeah.
an interview. It's like, chill, man, chill. I
Yeah.
loved LVG for his antics on the touchline and in press
Mm.
conferences. Like that was actually hilarious. Yeah, my biased opinion, at least you're admitting it, I think Ange is the best man manager in
Best
the Prem
manager.
after Pep. His
I
national
think
team
Ange is a
speech
good
genuinely.
manager. I do think Ange is a good manager. I think Spurs could
Mm,
be on something this season.
mm.
To be honest,
Well,
I'm just saying. Nah, I mean there was 1-0 down for ages, and then all
mm.
of a sudden brought it all back at the end of the game. I mean you don't normally see that from Spurs, so
Don't
I
usually
think
see that from Richarlison. I mean,
you're
he
on.
scored one of the goals.
Well, yeah, even the pigeon scored. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I think Spurs could be onto something this season.
Mm, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what I said with how I thought when people asked me about what they make of Tottenham Hotspur, and I believe that Spurs they've got the makings of something good. It just needs the
Mm.
backing consistently from Daniel Levy because
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
problem. The Daniel Levy script always ends in tears
Mm,
with whatever manager it is because they
mm.
won't sign all of what the manager wants. It's always going to be the option C, D, E.
Yeah, yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind the A's and B's, and we saw it the tail end of this summer with signing a centre back. You eventually
Mm,
got Mickey van der Ven, but what about everybody else that was on
mm.
the target list? That
Well,
never happened.
they
So,
got Dyer out. That's the main thing for me. He's not a good defender at all. The only thing I think he ever did good really was sitting in front of the back four. Being a CDM. That's the only thing I think. Yeah, at the start of his career, he was actually decent at. But you can't have a centre back who can't win a bloody header. That
Well, I
just
mean,
makes no sense.
Dyer's still at the club.
Mm.
Um, has Hugo Lloris left as well? I swear he's left.
I don't think he has he? I know. So I know there was an offer, but he turned it down. I think
Mm, true, but Ange's been back thus far. We shall see.
he has. He has been back so far. To be fair,
Yeah, he's
I
not.
mean, he wanted Brennan Johnson. He got him.
Mm,
I mean, he's bought one thing. One thing that he's done that I think is awesome, and that is he's gave Basuma more of a chance. And Basuma
mm,
is thriving. He is absolutely thriving on getting that chance. He's
mm.
looking decent, actually, Basuma. Right, I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, Lloris turned it all down. Yeah, I like what Ange is done for Yves Bissouma. I think what the big question mark is going to be is the players that play next to him. Players for depth that you have in that department in your defensive midfield positions, because you've only got Yves Bissouma. When he gets injured, you lose a massive integral parts of that midfield. Like Maddison, you signed him, you know, first signing like that for a long, long time. Someone to play in that sort of number 10's position. Fantastic signing, brilliant. If he gets injured or you lose him, who's going to play that role? Who's going to be in there that's doing the same level of job at as James Maddison? So for Tottenham, they've got a couple of players that are going to be integral to Postecoglou's system, and it's going to do a
Mm,
good job for them. But now to move on, to pick things up, to go to the next level, is applying depth for those key positions. So it doesn't
mm,
matter if a James Maddison gets injured or Yves Bissouma or a suspension happens. Someone comes
yeah,
in
yeah,
and does the
yeah.
same job or better or what, like around the same level. He ticks the boxes for you. Then
Mm,
you should be absolutely firing away.
mm,
Obviously, every other area of the squad needs to be kept in check as well, because I know your striker situation. I mean, at the moment, your best striker is probably Heung-Min Son playing up top. That's probably
yeah,
your
yeah.
best informed striking option at the moment, and that can't be consistent. You'll need someone to come in to actually like
Yeah,
nail
the
that
thing is,
position down.
As soon as Richarlison starts hitting the back of the net, he can keep doing it as well.
Hmm. Um, we're looking at the Sociedad midfielder. I forgot his name in Jan. Um,
Yeah, I read that. I can't remember what his name was, but I did actually look into it. I mean, we've done well to pick up the two midfielders we've picked up, Dominguez and Sangari.
hmm, was it Kubo?
I think it might have been Kubo.
Yeah, small Japanese bloke. Pretty sure it's Kubo. That's the only Sociedad player I've seen linked. Might be someone else.
Mm.
By the way, Yeti, what are your thoughts on Brennan? Looked good in his cameo.
Basically, where Brennan Johnson's concerned, I think it'd be a really good move for him at Spurs because Andy's very sort of attacking wise. Whereas at Forest, we had to defend to a man last season all the time, and that is not his strong point at all. But getting the ball, the biggest thing Johnson needs to do is look up because when he goes running towards the goal, he gets the goal in his sights and he just goes for that. Although he did start doing it, he did actually start passing it into the centre to the striker. So if Ange can get that out of him, then there's a really good player there. There is a really
Mm,
really good player there, but he'll never be defending your goal or anything like that.
mm. I'm going to nip to the gents quickly before we start the
Yeah.
second half. I just want to point out the Tony Claude Gunner on his Instagram, the picture of the starting lineup. He's got a picture
Mm.
of Alexander Sinchenko on it. The guy's literally quivering his bottom lip for the photo. He literally, he literally looks like he's about to fucking burst into tears. So, anyways, BRB. Time for
Yeah,
the second half.
but yeah, I mean the thing is with Johnson, I mean he's a good player. He's got a lot of pace. If he plays him sort of on the shoulder of their fullback or whatever, if the opposition play high, if you get a ball over the top, Johnson will likely be the first one to it. So there's a hell of a lot of promise there. And I think Ange's the kind of manager that will probably get that out of him. I mean, Cooper would have done eventually if we'd have got to a point where we was more of a balanced team instead of defending a hell of a lot. But he's not cut out for that side of it. He's a good player. I don't think 50 million was right though. I mean, I'm not bothered. I mean, we'll take 50 million, 100%. But I don't think him you're paying 50 million was the right price. But if he does reach his potential, then 50 million will be nothing, will it? So I think you're doing good things now. I think you're doing good things. That Kulusevski looks decent. Like I say, Basuma looks like he's got new legs and he's up for it now as well. He was amazing against United. Absolutely amazing. And he was good yesterday as well. Yeah, that's going right nowadays, homegrown as well. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. Well, the thing is nowadays, fans are like accountants nowadays, and it's like if you're going to say, like they said that we shouldn't sign Morgan Gibbs White for 34 million. That's been an amazing 34 million spent, to be fair. But fans nowadays, which they never used to be like accountants, or I don't remember them ever going, oh, we can't pay this much for that guy and we can't pay this much for that guy. But now it seems to be a big thing. Whereas if you're going to sign a player, you've got to comment about how much he costs and if your team can afford it and all that kind of stuff. If the team can't afford it, then they won't play it, will they, at the end of the day? So it makes perfect sense. A 1 year, a 1 year's different class, mate. I mean, like I always say, in the Bundesliga, he was only down from Lewandowski and Haaland in the Bundesliga goal scoring. So I always knew he had something. It was just a matter of keeping him off the medical table and actually getting him playing and stuff like that. He's a monster, mate. He's an absolute monster. He handles every single defender. He's so strong, which is also a bit of a weakness as well, because players tend to go down when they go up against him. So he gives a lot of fouls away in that respect. But he looks good, and I don't think, depending on how this season goes, I think one of the big boys will probably jump and grab him by next season. To be honest, I hope not, because we need to be strengthening and getting better, not selling off our players, that are good players. So but he's an absolute unit, to be honest.
Start early pressure, second half for Arsenal.
Well, let's get back onto the game.
Don't jump, hot fuzz. It's so yeah, second half is back underway. What is going to change?
Beautiful ball by Fabio Vieira, but nobody was there.
And Saka coming back in, just going back to.
Oh, there they go. Oh, what a save by Pickford. Get it? Oh, man. Terrible shot by Fabio Vieira. Beautiful hit by Odegaard, but that was a beautiful save from Pickford. Yeah. That's where he earns his money. Pickford.
Yeah. Get it into those good areas and take the chance, Odegaard straight away getting into good position, takes a shot.
It was straight at him though, which was a bit of a thing.
Well,
not absolutely straight at him, but straight at him to the left, I suppose.
Big up Stephanie.
Big up Stephanie. Hope you're well. Same thing.
Better just got body checked.
Right. What? Fabio Vieira body checked him?
Gabriel, I think.
I'm going to say. I don't. That's another thing I can't understand. When you get a really small player and a big player, and the big player goes down, and the small player, and it's like the ref books the small player. It's like there's nowhere on this planet he's knocking him down. I mean, Gabriel's a big guy, really, but
Tell you what, Beto is probably going to want to get that ball a bit more and take it down. Gabriel.
I like that Beto. I like that Beto. I like him. I would if he's on a yellow. Run at him, man.
Better yet, get Dan Juma in there, or
Yeah, Dan Juma's looked decent for him.
Dwight
to be
McNeil
honest.
as well.
Yeah, Dwight McNeil.
Tell you who Everton are missing to score a winning goal in this game.
Ooh.
It's Damari
Oh,
Gray.
what the? Oh, get out of town. What? Just fell over.
Well, that's all you have to do nowadays. Blow air on an Arsenal player, they'll fall
They,
like a
they
pack
do,
of
don't
cards.
they? Yeah. It's not just me that thinks that.
It's kind of similar with quite a lot of the big teams.
And they get away with it a lot as well. Whereas the small teams don't, and the guy just stays laying on the floor. It's like, get up, you twat, you ain't getting the foul. So you're leaving it short now. Saka's not up for trying to take him on that wing at all.
No.
He knows he's getting brought down. Now he's got some space. There's two on him. Nice ball into Odegaard. Oh, nice challenge there from Branchwaite, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Branthwaite.
He's a big guy, isn't he? Come on,
The next Harry Maguire.
Yeah, Zink. Oh, nobody shouted handball. I'm surprised. Need to get a corner, Everton, and get that Tarkovsky on the near post, because he is lethal. He is in the air.
Yeah. Darmstadt are with 10 men, 3-0 up against Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, that's never a handball, that weren't.
As he thoughts on Garnacho. Still quite raw as a player.
Jeez, Ben White. No, Saliba, I think it was. It's not the Arsenal last season, is it?
No, it's not. Definitely missing a level to their play style. But yeah, Garnacho, I think. I'll tell you what Garnacho would offer us on the left, and I said it. I think it was last in the stream earlier today. Garnacho, I think, is way more heads up, so he's going to be more open to giving a delivery outlet type of wide player. I've seen it a few times where he plays that sort of long looping ball into the central man, and it just needs the good run to match, and they'll get a goal. I think Garnacho is quite good for that. Great on his right foot, and I think he'll try to be 2-footed. He'll take the ball to the byline and all of that to create a passing opportunity. As I've said, he's still quite a raw player, so I think the knowledge or the footballing IQ to know when to pass, I think would need a bit of time to sort of bed that in. But I'd much rather have a player like a Garnacho than a Rashford if Rashford's just going to be greedy and not actually offer us anything.
Yeah. I like him. I quite like Garnacho. I think he's got, again, same as Johnson, he's got a lot to learn, but he looks like a decent player who wants to attack fullbacks.
Everton normally get decent results against Arsenal at Goodison. Rudy!
Yeah. Oh, man.
Arteta likes what he sees. I wonder if it's that triple cooked chip that he's envisioning these players being.
It's the anal beads. He's definitely put in the anal beads.
Christ almighty. There's Dwight McNeil. Try to give and go. Not quite.
Both teams are just giving it away, just not
Mm.
getting things going right in the final third.
I think with Everton, it's like when they win the
Oh
ball back
man.
in the higher areas of the pitch, they've not got
Mm.
enough players up there to enact
Mm.
combinations to
Mm.
hold the ball, to keep the ball when you win it. So it's kind of like a lost
Yeah,
cause
yeah,
type of thing. You
yeah.
almost have to play panic route one as soon as you win the ball back. Anyone
Mm.
else that's not on the ball, sprint your ass forward, get on your bike.
Yeah,
Um, whereas Arsenal, a team like Arsenal, they'll win the ball back high up the pitch and they'll play around with it because everyone's positioned further up
yeah.
the pitch. So,
Wow, Trossard's going here.
mm. Sorry guys, had to take my granddaughter home. No worries, Mama Flossie. Hope you're well. Hope everybody in the family are good.
Yeah, how you doing, Mama Flossie?
Love Zoe's comments on Manu game week one. To me, to you, football sums up nicely. Sounds like Chelsea that with taking a shot.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you take this shot. No, you take this shot. No, you take this shot. No, you take this shot.
yeah. Oh, come on, Everton.
Hopefully, Chelsea saving our blushes at the moment. I'll tell you what, they're the only team that are actually still below us in the table. That should be,
Mm.
or no, but should be. Well, the only team really that we can say are. I mean, it's funny that the on-field performances are probably worse, like technically wise, than Manchester
Mm.
United's.
Mm.
But Manchester United's problems is the club mentality. Everything is wrong with the club.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like a lot of people very quickly will coin a phrase, oh, a club's in crisis when they lose a couple of games or a team loses a couple of games. It's like Liverpool last season. Everyone's like, oh, crisis, crisis, crisis. What you're actually seeing with United is a proper crisis because it's not just on
Mm.
field problems, it's off it as well. Like
Yeah.
everywhere, all over the club is all wrong. So that if you want to call something a crisis, that's probably the closest you'll get to a crisis. Whereas
Oh, yeah.
Liverpool, Chelsea, they've got on-field, on-pitch problems, which there's probably some issues off the pitch that probably prevent you
Mm.
from fixing it quickly. Um, I think it's just the matter of whether something changes at a sporting level to improve things. It's like Liverpool
Mm.
just need a good director or a good person that's in charge of operations of the club, and you'll see success regardless of ownership. But
Yeah.
I think with Todd Boatley, it's just happy
The
hour.
thing is, the thing is, what Chelsea have got over Man United is they have actually got the players.
Mm,
It just needs to come together. Whereas you guys have sort of like, you're not really full strength or anything at the moment. So,
mm.
I think that's the one thing. The only thing against Chelsea I could say is they haven't got a number 9.
Oh
Oh,
my god,
that's a
this
nice ball.
the amount of times I've seen Jackson in that Bournemouth
Oh,
game.
oh man, what good defending by Arsenal. By Everton. I mean, but I
Both
just don't
goals,
think
Chris
I don't think
Maitland's.
Chelsea's got the number 9. There's nobody who's got that killer instinct. And every time Sterling runs down the right,
Mm,
Jackson ain't getting into the right spots, which is something I saw from Oiland yesterday. You could see his
mm.
killer instinct trying to get where he needed to get. What you were
Yeah.
saying earlier about Rashford when he didn't pass to him, if he'd have passed to him, that could easily have been a goal.
Well, someone called it out before the Arsenal game with the signing of Rasmus Højlund. Everyone was like, "Oh yes, I can't wait to see Rashford, like Højlund, do all of these amazing things, and Rashford not look for the pass and then run into three
Mm,
players waiting for him."
mm,
Foresight, man, foresight. This guy knew what was going to happen
yeah,
long before it happened, and
mm,
literally, he painted the scenario in a tweet. We
yeah,
saw it personified to absolute perfection in the Arsenal game.
yeah,
Literally, could pass, easy pass to Højlund, a easy goal, easy chance, all of that good stuff. But he'll decide to dribble the ball into three players. He literally dribbled the ball into three players with an easy pass on.
mm, Yeah.
Chelsea should get Vlahovic. Do you reckon? Is Vlahovic the answer?
Me personally, I'll be honest, I've not seen much of Lievich, to be quite honest with you, so I can't really comment. I don't watch all different games and different teams. I hear a lot about him, but I don't really know that much about him in that respect.
Hmm.
Chelsea need an Awonyi, someone who's going to be up
Chart
front, causing trouble, and then basically, I mean, I don't want to say that too loud because I don't want them to have an Awonyi. But I mean, the thing is, they keep signing midfielders, and it's evident they need a
Yeah.
striker.
Midfielders, attacking midfielders, wingers, and centre backs and wing backs, full backs.
Yeah,
Not really getting the clinical number
it's
9.
evident. It's evident they need that clinical number 9, the one that can, a Drogba type. And they just ain't got it. And they've spent so much money as well and still ain't got it.
Got missing in action Jackson, MIA.
Yeah, I mean, he looks a decent player. I think he's more a 10 actually than a 9. To be fair,
Tell you what,
because he had a good shot from outside the box and stuff like that. He just doesn't get in. Like when you watched Oiland yesterday, he kept darting towards where he saw something might be there. And that's what I like about Oiland. That's a 9.
Yeah.
He just needs somebody who's going to give him the right distribution, and I think Oiland will be fine. We got too many players who want to be the highlight reel, who want to score the worldies instead of pass the ball.
All crying, handball, handball. It's like, it's nowhere near the box, mate. Yes. He's outside the box, and he goes to defend the ball, and everyone's like, handball, handball.
Did it hit? Which hand did it hit? I didn't see that because
it collided with this arm, but his arm was across the body, so he was turning on the defender.
Oh, well, that's not. Yeah, you can't call that. If it was the one that he had outwards, then yeah, I'd say yeah, definitely.
It'll be corner anyways. Tell you what, with Jackson, it's like they signed in the summer. Proper Jackson striker, looked good, quite clinical, scored a few goals, and Premier League season starts. It's like they've got the Jackson from Netherlands. United could sell the Mount back in January. I wish. Get us £55 million back, and we can actually go sign a decent midfielder.
That Mount signing was weird. It's like everybody wants to help out Chelsea or something. Makes no sense.
Why does Rashford do his spastic celebration, as I like to call it? What does it mean? Or is that man's influence is insane? It makes no sense, man. It's like he's almost like he's doing a celebration, like he's a philosopher or something. It's like, knowledge is power, knowledge is infinite, knowledge can be fed with anybody, knowledge can be possessed by anybody. And someone. The only thing that's missing is that weird, cringy, very breathy sort of narrator voice doing some like David Attenborough commentary over Rashford celebrations, doing some weird monologue thing like that. But man,
yeah, how do you see this one going then? You think Arsenal are going to get the breakthrough?
Probably. I mean, they're kind of scummy with their luck, I guess, with their chances, their finishing. I think there's probably something's gonna break to an Arsenal player here. Then again, I think with a lot of people that were predicting it, I think Lee predicted that this game would be a sort of 2-0 affair on the TJ's stream.
Yeah.
That it would be a late in the game, Arsenal score a goal, and Everton just sort of loses that bit of hope, and they concede a second goal, also a bit soon after. That it would finish the 2-0, and I think that's plausible. That's quite possible. I mean, sometimes a game like this, it could be a bit sort of cagey, very end to end or things like that. But then you get that one goal, and then the second one comes quickly, and it looks like it's a beautiful day at the office. Tell you what, this is going to be interesting. Calvert-Lewin's coming on
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Everton.
How long's he going to last?
Makes his return. Hopefully, it's not a Martial type.
I think it's going to be a Tarkowski goal, I do.
It was a Tarkowski goal that won the game for Everton last
I got
year.
a funny feeling it'll be a Tarkowski goal from a corner. But have Everton had many corners? I don't think they have they?
No, haven't gone forward enough or challenged the goalkeeper enough.
No.
1-0 to Everton, Stephanie predicts.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
I think maybe more hoping that's what happens. I mean, we're all hoping, to be honest. We want to see some Arsenal meltdowns, and to be honest, I want to be able to enjoy someone else's tears.
Yeah,
Please,
well, it would be
please,
nice, wouldn't it?
let me weep about losing football matches with someone else that can be bantered just as much as us, please.
Yeah,
I beg to the football gods.
Go on, push Tarkowski up there. Prove me right.
Ashley Young with the right foot. You're going to play it with a curling effort to the far post.
And Tarkowski's going towards there as well. So he's definitely going to be attacking that near post. Yeah, it's to Tarkowski. No. Nice.
Arsenal player's dead again.
Oh, another Arsenal player down. Oh, what is going on,
man? Is that Saliba again? Yeah, it is. He's touching his head. He's doing Rashford celebration.
Yeah, Ref, we know it's his head. We know it's his head. What is that all about? What is that all about? Where's Gabriel? I'm going to say, Saliba never. I thought he got hurt by an header. I was going to say, get out of the game.
I want to watch angry League Gunner fan cams while I eat dinner tomorrow.
Yeah, they are funny. It's his head. It's his head.
Jesus
coming on that. So that could freshen things up.
Thierry Henry's coming off.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I still don't know how he gets in the England setup, to be honest.
Literally, you can be woeful as long as when you look at the squad sheets and you see a club crest,
Beto's
Arsenal.
Off as well.
Yeah, if you see an Arsenal badge, a Tottenham badge, a City badge, a United badge, or a Liverpool
Batman's
badge,
on that.
straight away.
Got Batman on there. Or is that Calvert-Lewin?
What was that player? Was it Wagner or something?
That
had the mask.
Oh.
Well, no, it wasn't the mask. It was the glasses.
And you just threw the ball away. Give him a card.
You don't get cards for that. You get cards for this.
Did you see that thing the other day? Did you see that Liverpool game yesterday? I was so annoyed that Saka asked for somebody to get a yellow card, yet never got one himself. I thought that was a thing now, that you get a yellow card if you ask for one.
Ooh, that was a looping ball. And Juma. Dinner, Batman.
He's a good player, isn't he, Danjuma? Oh, it's a shame that, but I think Breyer had it covered.
He was the what could have been Everton player. He fucked off to Spurs at first time of asking. Had to fail at Spurs before he could get the seal of approval to play for Everton.
Oh, Saka used well behind it there. Oh, you've got it back now, though. Oh, he's missed it. He did a Havertz there and he missed the ball. Which Ukraine? I'll tell you what. The way we have to do this game is which Ukrainian's going to be crying at the end of it. So you got
Probably
Mikalenko and you got
probably Zinchenko.
Zinchenko. Yeah,
At least
yeah.
with Zinchenko, the guy involves he's best mates with Zelensky, isn't he? But
Arsenal are decent at corners, though.
it's a short corner.
No,
Cross goes in.
no way.
No.
Go on, get on the attack. Oh, get the ball out quick and get on the attack, man.
Ref during our game was taking the piss, Fotheringham, time wasting all game, and no second yellow. Refereeing in this country is crap.
Here goes Saka on the right.
That's something I've picked up on. You know when goalkeepers
taking them on, beautiful challenge.
You know when goalkeepers, right, and it's at any point in the second half of a game, the ball goes out for a goal kick. The goalkeeper walks behind the goal, it's just like, okay, yeah, I'll pick up this ball, thank you. He walks back to where he's going to take the goal kick, puts the ball on the ground, and the referee's already booking him. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Time wasting, guys. Time wasting. Like, what? But then a goalkeeper can actually then, whilst on the yellow, he's on a yellow, time waste deliberately, and the referee's
Why
just
do
like,
Arsenal keep doing short bloody corners when everybody's in the box? Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Oh, that's a goal. Beautiful from Trossard.
It's Trossard, yeah. It's Trossard. Mikel Arteta. Don't want to start him, though. Probably one of your most technically gifted players at your club. Don't want to start him.
All the top gooners. We're loving it. They'll be making songs about him in the shower tomorrow.
They'll be singing about his blonde dyed hair. Oh.
Yeah.
Trossard is Arsenal's best
shower
player.
songs. Beautiful finish. Got to give him that. That was a beautiful finish.
Refs still very inconsistent. Needs to be held accountable. They do. It's like with the VAR recordings on their comms and how chaotic it is, and all of these little pet names that they've got for each other. Like, what the fuck? That makes me believe in referee corruption even more now.
I'm 100% on it, mate. I'm 100% on it. I've seen a lot of things that just don't make any sense for the referees. Hey, well done, Trossard. You'll be on the bench again next week.
You'll probably get subbed off now. Beautiful goal. Kudos.
Now Everton's got to really come out and go for it now. Oh, that's nice. Oh, Raya.
Raya. Doing keepy uppies.
Yeah, he's done all right there, I suppose. Oh, that's easy. No. Everton's got to really come out now. But I don't care what anyone says. Everton, Arsenal ain't on City's level. Nowhere near.
All it will take, I think, is just a tough game against a competent footballing side, and you'll see, Spurs. You'll see a midfield, get a lot of. They won't get much joy, and I think if a team allows this Arsenal midfield to have the control, you see Arsenal get by. But if it's a competent midfield that takes the game away from Arsenal's midfield and control away from Arsenal,
a terrible pass. Come on, Everton, wake up, man.
Pickford comes out to collect the ball. The defender's got it. He's like, oh, for God's sakes. I was waiting all
nice.
game.
That's nice.
That's a really good ball.
Corner off it. Come on, Tarkovsky.
That's the first corner. It's Mikalenko.
Yeah. Tarkovsky, they are going to be watching Tarkovsky like crazy on this corner.
How good is your delivery?
He's got to make sure he gets in. No, what'll happen is he'll try and get round somebody, and one of them will just drop on their horse and say they've been injured. You watch.
What?
Here he is. Look, here he is. Push him right out the way. No, that was terrible. Yeah, look, told you. One of them would go down and stay down.
Oh,
Oh, you got it in the
I think
mouth.
I've broken a tooth,
no.
ref. I think I've
I
broken
think
my
I
jaw.
broke me tongue.
Referee, I think I'm having a heart attack now. Hoping
Love
Havertz
it. Man, there's
starts
so
this
many
weekend.
teams up at that top area. I know it's not many games yet, but there's so many teams up at that top area with the same points.
Yeah.
So, like we said, it's not going to be as easy for Arsenal this season. I don't care what anyone says. It was easy last season because half the teams wasn't at it.
I think Liverpool.
They don't believe that. They think it's because they were great, but it was. I mean, there was good. Don't get me wrong, but I do think a lot of it was the fact that a lot of teams weren't at it.
Mate, Liverpool will finish above Arsenal, I reckon.
Liverpool look good, although they should have got beat by Wolves yesterday. If Wolves could actually finish and score more than one, then it would have. I still think Liverpool would have come back, but because they got that quality, haven't they? Oh, they're on it now. Yeah. Oh.
My 2-0 prediction is on. It is on, people. It is on. Hoping Havertz starts this weekend. I think you mean next weekend against the Spurs. The Spuds, North London derby.
I think Spurs might beat them. You know the way they're playing at the minute? I think Spurs might beat them. And I know a lot of Arsenal fans won't like that, but I'm not one of these people that says things everybody likes, so... Come on. Oh, Everton just making the wrong decision every time. Right, we're back in a sec.
Righty. So, yeah, Everton have got 15 minutes. 15 minutes left to get an equaliser or something from this game. I don't know. We don't win at the Emirates no matter what. No, it's like Arsenal. Arsenal haven't won at Goodison Park for what is it, 6 years? Like, if they don't win this game, it'll be 6 years that Arsenal haven't won at Goodison Park. So, if they win today, they would have stopped a ground hoodoo, if you want. I suppose Tottenham will probably need to try and seek to do the same thing. They'll go and cause some upsets. Just play a good game of football and put Arsenal on the ropes. Lovely ball in behind. It's Jesus. See that? You see that, United? You see that, Maguire? You see that, Evans? When Jesus gets in behind, you tackle the man, you track the runner, you stay with the man, you stop a goal from happening, you know?
Oh, man.
Wasted chance there from Gay.
Shame he ain't got a left foot, to be honest. He could have hit that straight away. I don't know if he has got a left foot. Well, he has got a left foot. I could see it, but I mean, whether he can kick with it, that's what I mean. Hey, Jesus did his normal, just ran in and then fell over. Get out of it, mate. I like Jesus, but he does drop on his arse a lot.
Crikey, that is bloody fine.
Oh, this is nasty. This is not. Oh, saved. Oh, what a block. What a block by Mikalenko.
That should have been
Great
2-0
block
right
by
there.
Mikalenko. Yeah, it should have been.
Yeah, literally caused by ping pong ball from Everton and in their defence. There
And
was a gap
also
there.
Pickford. I mean, you've got to, that was a bad save because you've got to put it somewhere else.
Mm.
I mean, I know it's not easy when someone's smacking at you, but I used to be a goalie when I played at school. Long time ago. I was crazy as a goalkeeper, though. I used to come out for a punch and actually punch the striker instead.
I was amazing back at school at being a bench player. Literally, I just
Mate,
never get
if
picked.
there was ever a penalty, they always wanted me to be in goal for the penalty. I used to save so many penalties.
Like it was crazy because it's like I knew what I had to do. With,
Look at them all throwing themselves to the floor like someone's just shot them.
Yeah, it's like back in
Oh,
school.
Havertz is coming on. It's all over.
Yeah, 1-1 confirmed result.
It's all over. Everton win 2-1.
To concede the game, 3-0 forfeit result. But yeah, back in school, man, literally, I was nowhere near like the worst player, but all of these dead ballers, like the lanky people, right, that didn't know what the fuck they were doing on a football pitch, literally would get picked for teams before I did.
I hear what you're saying, Kudos, about you never win at the Emirates, no matter what. I think you've got a different team going on at the minute.
The different mentality as well. You're going into this game not feeling nervous. You're going into this game actually feeling quite good about yourselves. Like you've just come off the back of a great comeback. You're living off of that for the whole week. Meanwhile, Arsenal have got to play another
mentality is
game.
massive.
Yeah. Mr. Fruit Shoot, Tomiyasu's coming on.
Yeah, Tomiyasu and Havertz. Zinchenko's going off. Stop crying, mate. It happens.
But you won the game, Zinchenko. I don't care.
Vieira's,
I just felt like crying.
Teabag's coming off, but Havertz. He still wants to try and get this Havertz thing to work. Garner's on. I like Garner. I wish we'd have kept Garner, to be honest.
He was on loan for you, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We sold him summer before
15
last.
million, wasn't it?
Not even that. I think it was like 11.
I don't know why we didn't get that, to be honest, because he was really good for us. I was a bit gutted about that because I did like Garner. And in all due respect, possibly a player that you guys could do with now instead of McTominay or,
Oh, yeah, he does
the
a better
others that
job.
you've got.
He does a way better
He's a
job
much
at
harder worker.
CDM. Way better job at CDM than Scott
He don't go
McTominay.
missing.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's what's crazy is Scott McTominay, what was it, 86 minutes played, Mandem literally touched the ball 21 times as a midfielder. It's like, that's not possible. That is literally impossible. I could play, right? I could be the biggest pussy in world football with no skill, no ability, and I'd still manage more touches than Scott McTominay. Like, the guy doesn't want to play. He just doesn't. Well, it's honestly ridiculous, and I just feel like it's starting to get worse for him now.
Come on, Everton, do something good. Everton just not getting it right when they get it up front. It's very similar to the way we was at the end of the Forest Arsenal game. We just couldn't get it right at the final third. Otherwise, mind you, at the same point, there was a definite right-hand ball that just got ignored totally.
Yeah.
It should have been a penalty, but anyway. But
Tell you what needs to happen is Gabriel Magalhaes needs to get a ball coming forwards to him and then completely miskick it. And for Calvert-Lewin run through and goal. Kind of like pre-season settings. We need Bozo Jean to come out. Come out to play, Bozo Jean.
Definitely, but I think Everton's doing more Bozo Genie stuff than Arsenal are. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They're just not getting it right in the final third. If they can get it right in the final third, they could get something.
We may as well rename the stadium to Badison Park.
That weren't a foul. He slipped over, ref.
Knocking down Goodison for another one of them soulless toilet bowls that people like to call modern day stadiums.
Yeah, I hate that. We never do that. I want to keep the City Ground. We was going to do it ages ago when Fawaz took over, but I mean, Fawaz had so many big ideas and just didn't have the brain to make them work.
Tell you what I would like to see is a brand new stadium
that
has an old rustic style to
it.
Like someone actually doesn't build a stadium to look like a fucking alien ship.
Come on, he's just fouled Young there.
No, that's what I want to see. Someone try and do with the stadium design.
That was a poor play of advantage, that was. It weren't even as if they had anything thingy. Young got fouled off the ball there. And the ref played advantage. And there weren't no advantage there, really.
Yeah. This game feels like it's kind of got to a dead rubber stage.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it? It's got to that point where Arsenal are just boring the shit out of everybody.
The Arsenal of old would be pressing for goal 2 and 3. Well, the Arsenal last season, I mean. But,
the George Graham one would have been doing this 100%. I've been doing this from the first whistle.
I mean, I think Arteta knows that his team ain't going to go out and start scoring goals just for fun now. So I think he's sort of half told them that put defensive work first.
There's Havertz. Worldie coming. So he did a cross. Well done, Havertz. Just earned you 300k.
To Arsenal fans, that cross right there.
Looks like he's got school shoes on, Havertz does. Like school shoes.
It looks like them default boots that you get for your creative player in FIFA. Just them classic boots.
It does, doesn't it? It just looks like
you haven't unlocked them in the EA FC catalog yet.
So you can't have any colours. Oh, get up.
The only thing he's missing is one of them purple afros or something and some stupid facial hair.
Everton are going to big time struggle this season. You can see it.
It's all well and good having a game plan where it's like you keep a team like Arsenal out for a long time, right? Keep Arsenal out for a long time, but then you don't offer anything else the other end. So I can't just ride on a draw. I can't do that.
What's he crying about now, Jesus? You stop falling over like a little bitch. Basically, Jesus. 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 Jesus.
The amount of people I see calling him Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I said Jesus, then I said Jesus.
Ashley Young is off. Patterson on at right back. Who the hell is this?
But
Dwight
Neil's
McNeil's
coming off.
coming off. Yeah.
Don't know who
Who is
that
it?
guy is who's coming on. Don't know who he is. Kermit.
Chimiti.
Chimity.
Is he French? If he's French, then I guess that's right pronunciation. If it's not, then, well, fuck it.
I don't know. I mean, the commentators get. Oh, he's going to get a foul for that.
It's Portuguese. Chimiti.
I hate the way the. I mean, that's what's his name going into him, Gabriel, not Tarkovsky. I
I'm
hate the
pretty
way
sure.
goalkeepers get protected nowadays. You want
What
to
he
see
should have
that
done is
Brentford
done.
one, mate. You want to see that Brentford one against Newcastle yesterday. Absolute shocking decision.
I'll tell you what, should have done a bloody Andre Onana, just clocked them.
Yeah.
Just a straight right. Just.
That was crazy, that was how you got away with that as well. That was absolutely mental how you got away with that. Rare's really had that much to do, has he, really? I don't think he's had not been a shot on goal or anything, has he? They're going to struggle this season, Everton.
Oh yeah, here we go. Arsenal scares me. Terry Flowers, man. It was literally you're not gonna hear the end of it. Arsenal beat Everton 1-0. Quite a shambolic performance, but you'll see Terry Flowers make a title saying Arsenal's scariest team of all time. I've just I've just pissed myself in fear.
They're not looking that good. Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Tried the outer side of the boot finish, but nope, not quite it. He kind of exposed.
That was Havertz again. Who gave that away?
Oh, he's trying, he is trying. He's trying to give Everton some chances here. He's abiding by the script. He kind of exposed.
Yeah, 4 minutes extra time. I don't think I've seen that in a long time. 4 minutes, normally about 10. I think it's more than 4 minutes. Well, the Arsenal players have been down that much. It's got to be more than 4 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is this about? We want to see 20 minutes of added time.
Yeah, they just
A 1 minute added on for every time a player goes down.
Oh, Bozo! Oh,
Bozo
went there.
Bozo. Oh.
Bozo went there, but you didn't read the game there, buddy. Should have read the game.
Jamiti just tried to fucking stamp on the ball.
Oh.
He literally
He didn't read the game. He should have already been going down that right hand side. They would have actually got something out of that.
My 1-0 Arsenal prediction is on.
Yeah, it's not amazing though, to be fair.
It just looks like a slugfest, this. The classic scrappy 1-0 type game.
What is how old everybody is got to do with anything?
I've got commentary muted, so I can't.
Yeah, the guy's saying that Arsenal are the youngest team, so you can't expect this, that, or the other. What?
I mean, that was the narrative push last season, but everyone was just like, "Oh my god, the greatest team since the Invincibles."
Man
So you're
United won loads
hailed.
of things with young players and, quality academy players back in the day. So what's that got to do with anything? Out of anybody that built a team out of youngsters, I think Man United was the best there's ever been, to be fair.
Mm.
With your Beckhams and your Scholes and,
Just an entire
Carricks and
crop,
all that. Yeah,
an entire
you
crop of young
was
players coming through together
oh
at the same
you was
time.
amazing with it. You was absolutely amazing with it. Calvert Lewin, man. You need Batman, mate.
He is rusty, Lewin.
Dice is going mental, look.
Talking in his Dalek accent.
Yeah.
What was that 442's cartoon things where he takes the mickey out of it. Arsenal
I think
2008
I
was young
think
and
Arsenal
risky,
have
yeah.
done well, but I'm not sold. I'm not sold.
Oh, look at all the Arsenal fans. No, it's Everton fans.
I'm not sold. I'm not sold by Arsenal. I'll be honest.
No.
I just don't think I don't think Everton have done anything to try and actually, get something in this game. And the thing is, goals win games. So
Yeah.
you've got to go for them, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, you look at the smaller teams. The ones we give credit to most are the ones that play their own game.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter where they go; they just play their own game, and they genuinely come up in a game and they will play their opponents off the park when the moment's good. And the teams like Everton, defending for their lives, like Sheffield United, it's all well and good that they all do everything they can, sort of keep the ball out of the net. All of that stuff is great, but it's nothing else. Nothing else offered down the other end of things. Arsenal a bit fortunate, I think, with their
lucky today.
Fortunate to get that finish from Trossard in off the post, so they'll be counting their blessings with Leandro Trossard.
Lucky today, man. Lucky
but
today.
yeah, that guy right there on your screen should be starting practically every game.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. I mean, it's like, I know Kudos says like, we don't win at the Emirates and all that kind of stuff, but this is a different Arsenal. You will get your chances. It's just whether you take them. Everton today didn't really sort of go for it or try and do anything.
Yeah.
But I'm not sold on Arsenal at the minute. Not at all. They're getting the results, fair enough. That's what matters. But
I mean, it is a credible feat for a team to win fairly consistently when they're not playing well or convincingly,
100%.
because it's a bit more of a testament thing to a bit more of a mentality thing. It's like you're not playing in a way that is just like everything's going your way. I completely forgot to update the score, by the way. Literally, it's just sat 0-0 the whole time. But I can't be asked. But even so, it's like with Arsenal, I think there's a plus, but also variable negatives about what we're seeing from them. It's always a good thing to see your team winning games when you're not playing well, but you can't live and die off of that. You can't.
No, you will get found out eventually.
Yeah,
you will get found out eventually.
It's not sustainable, though. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
Most teams who started don't win the league. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at them. The two Ukrainians. None of them are crying. No, what's this about? That's fine. Zinchenko will probably start crying when they have to part ways. They'll share a French kiss, and then they'll have to get on the respective coaches, and then they'll start crying.
They'll switch. They'll swap shirts and underpants, and then they'll both go off into the moonlight.
What is it? Kovacic, when he had that moment where he completely, like, he literally was just in his underwear whilst running around on the bloody Stamford Bridge. Literally just in his underwear.
The thing is, they don't see it, but I think the big game for them is next week against Spurs.
I mean, it's
I
night
think
and
that
day.
will be a big one.
It is night and day between styles, because they've got to play with conviction against Spurs, because Spurs, even if they maybe they're not
Brennan
the most...
scores the winner. That'd be awesome. That would.
You'll be singing and dancing the whole week. But
I didn't mind. You know what? I didn't mind. You know, like back in the day, if you got a top player, like when Colin Moore was going to leave and stuff, I was really upset about it and all that kind of stuff. But with Brendan Johnson, I weren't really upset with it, because I know that loyalty in football players is not the way it used to be anyway. You know, I just hope he gets to do better than what the other one that went to Spurs did. Can't remember his name, the right back, Spence. I just hope he gets more chances, and I think he will under Postecoglou. And I think Postecoglou will. I think the loan Spence out, haven't they?
We are vulnerable on the counter attack, but hopefully Van der Ven should shut Saka and Martinelli down. He's got a lot of pace on him, so if you got the breaks that some of the guys have been having today, they're not going to get a lot of space, I don't think. You're going to get a huge amount of space. I think marking to a man's going to be quite important, and I think
kudos, just don't let them play.
Yeah,
just don't let them play, because if you let Arsenal play, which is what Everton did today, if you let them play, it's same as us against Man United when we went 2-0 up. We just let them play after that, and we just tried to soak it up, and we can't do that. We can't do that. If we'd have actually gone for it, then it might have been a different game. You just can't let Arsenal play. Don't play the Emirates. Don't play the team. Just go out there and play a game of football. And if you do that, I think you can beat them.
But anyways, I think that concludes the Opp-Along stream. We're going to wrap things up now, people, and let everybody get on to enjoying the rest of their Sundays before the weekend is out. Thank you very much to everybody who's tuned in for this stream, 100%. But also the last stream earlier today. That was the match review earlier at, I think it was about what's the Chelsea game was going on as well, actually. That was a match review on the of the Brighton match, so if you're interested in watching that, you can watch it on playback. But thank you for everyone tuning into this stream. Longhead Yeti, if you want to shout yourself out before we...
well, first of all, I'll say, mate, massive congrats on 100 subs. I really love that, man. Fucking love that you've got there. You deserve it big time. And also, as well as that, I just say, keep going, guys. Keep giving him more subs. Get him up to 200. My channel is Longhead Yeti's Cave. You know, it'd be great to have you there. If you want to go there, it's all good. You know, we'll have a bit of fun and all that kind of stuff. And just speak real, really. And I'm on 74 subs, so I've got an extra one today, which is great. So 75 now for the year, and I'm all good. Thanks for having me on, Opfuzz. Always a pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure.
No. We're on 102 subs now, so we've gained 2 today, which
nice
is good stuff. We're on the road. We are 98 subs away from 200, so be 1/5 of the way. 1/5 of the way to the required subscribers amount to be a monetized channel, and then the conversations get interesting for me, at least, to see where I go with the channel. But honestly, all support that you guys give, view
have
time,
a good night,
watch
kudos.
time, likes, subscriptions, shares as well. If you share the content around to other people, is always lovely, fantastic, and once again, thank you very much. Thank you to Yeti for coming on and keeping me company for the stream. Sucks to be an Everton fan, sucks to be a United fan, sucks to be a Chelsea fan. Long story short, but
Definitely a
you've got
Chelsea fan at the minute.
you've got your Monday night football against Burnley. That's tomorrow night. Should we expect to see a watch along stream for that?
Yeah, there'll definitely be a watch along tomorrow for the Forest match. I'm really looking forward to that. It's got to be 3 points to us at the end of the day. No disrespect to Burnley because I don't disrespect any team. Although their badge is horrible, it's boring. I hate it. It's really just makes me want to cry, like Zinchenko. But I'll be doing that watch along tomorrow. And come on, the Reds! We need these 3 points. We need to keep pushing this along.
Lovely stuff. Anyways, cheers, everybody. That's it for this afternoon. Take care. God bless. Have a fantastic rest of your Sundays
Take care,
and weekends.
guys.
And we'll see you again on the next one. Ciao for
Ten
now.
out.
7 TikToks.